What's good, you? Man, as you can tell, I got another reaction video for y'all boys today. And as you can see from the title, Logan Paul is awful. He's suing Coffeezilla. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This video is about Logan Paul back in the day. If y'all are not aware, apparently NFTs was like popping. You feel what I'm saying? Back in like 2021, 2022. And a lot of people spent their life savings on these junks thinking they was going to make some type of profit, some type of flip. And it just never happened. A lot of people lost out on a whole bunch of money. Apparently, Logan Paul was one of those people. I don't know what he's about to go into this video and what he's about to talk about with Logan Paul. But hey, man, it is what it is. It already happened, apparently. And he's saying he's awful for it. Before we even get into this video, I do want y'all boys to go check out Jamari. Hopefully this is a banger. At the end of the video, we're going to see if it's a banger or not. But before we even get into that, I want you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and let's get straight into the video, y'all boys. Hopefully I learned something new.
The controversy surrounding Logan Paul and his crypto NFT project that he dubbed as CryptoZoo. Back in 2021, NFTs and crypto coins were the latest fad investments, and everyone wanted to get in on the action, spending their stimmy packages on something that resembles 5 minutes in Microsoft Paint. You had idiots buying PDFs of digital monkeys for the price of a very nice mobile home.
My man just got an ape. My man just got a bored ape. Can you believe it?
I just couldn't sit on the. I couldn't sit on the side
for like $700K. You just got a bored ape.
Back then, you had everyone from celebrities to
$700K
salesmen trying to convince you that this was the next big thing in exclusive assets.
Every person, if you listen to this fucking remarkable pop culture, current state of society show, and you've not yet bought an NFT, you're doing a big disservice to yourself.
In the end, most of these quote-unquote investors would either end up with egg on their face, losing all of their money, and in some cases just straight up go blind due to their allegiance to the NFT. Yes, I'm serious. And obviously with Logan being a tunnel vision, ego-driven maniac, he wanted to break the matrix and blend cryptocurrencies with NFTs. And so that's how we got CryptoZoo, which was advertised as a game where players could buy, sell, trade, and even hatch their investments.
We handmade art for the past 6 months, bro. Approval, very specific notes, 10 different artists, a development team that has to be wizards because you're dealing with blockchain, people's money, transactions.
Because who doesn't want to...
I'm not gonna lie. If this actually worked, he might have did something with that app. See what I'm saying? Especially being the first one to do that. If the NFTs actually ever did pop off, Logan Paul might have been on to something, but proceed though.
Spend thousands of dollars on a poorly photoshopped image of a chicken mixed with a pug. How about a penguin mixed with a shark? Okay, how about a panda mixed with a cat?
Yeah,
to combine over 500 fucking animals. You know how much time that takes?
Yeah, the idea was half-baked garbage. Like, I don't want to see this hung up in your digital room or whatever their plan was. Either way, with Logan being one of the most successful influencers ever, and him having an audience of millions, it's not hard to see how quite a few people got suckered in.
I think that's the most important thing we're doing. Kids are going to care about the blockchain because of my project. Imagine your first experience on the blockchain is with CryptoZoo.
They allegedly raised millions of dollars by selling these NFTs and crypto coins, but in the end the game was largely unplayable, and many investors were left not only disappointed, but also in the dark with no updates.
So I acquired a bunch of eggs, and I actually want to play the game. I didn't acquire the eggs with the intent of keeping them. I actually wanted to hatch them and see what I got out of them and play in this ecosystem that's been advertised or whatever, right? And then I can't do anything. It's not showing up on the website when I connect my wallet, etc., etc.
To be clear, it appears that Logan never took money out of the project, and likely lost a lot of money on the venture in both creating and fixing it. But still, it's a horrendous look when he was the face of the project who put the entire team together, and then he just went radio silent while some of the individuals on the back end took their share of the bounty. To add even more insult to injury, Logan would launch a newer, shinier NFT project called 99 Originals, which I really feel only added more fuel to the CryptoZoo investors' growing anger.
Actual art. I can't stop thinking it's the only thing I care about. Each picture is an NFT. It all ties to my entire life.
This is where Coffeezilla comes in with his expose series.
Today, we're investigating Logan Paul's CryptoZoo, a blockchain game that made millions but never worked.
Where he claims that he got to the bottom of this scam, and more or less forced Logan's hand in making him apologize and attempt to make right on his previous promises. At least after posting a horrible response video where he tried to tear down Coffee's character entirely.
So in this video...
Oh dang, so it wasn't a company. I'm thinking Coffee, I'm thinking that what's that shit called? I'm thinking the coffee dude, Coffeezilla. I'm thinking that was a company or something. That's an actual person that just made a response to what Logan Paul was doing. That's tough. He could try to get him for trying to knock down his character in the public eye. Some of it might be true. If he said anything in there that was not true, he can get a lawsuit, and that's what I feel like Logan Paul did. Smart move. Shut him up. You want somebody to shut up, tap their pockets, and they're going to be quiet as a church mouse. Proceed, though.
Today I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. Coffeezilla, I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimiest. We're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
And a couple of days later, after receiving massive backlash, he would take this all back in fear of further damaging his reputation, as the court of public opinion had already ruled him to be in the wrong.
Coffeezilla is not a criminal. I called him, I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire. The fact is that suing Coffeezilla is not going to help CryptoZoo holders, so I do need to focus my attention where it should be. Thank you, Coffeezilla. You have catalyzed
now it's thank you.
And I am very grateful for your work.
Now it's thank you. What happened to the court?
Thank you, bro.
But over a year and a half later, Logan is now taking that message back, as he is now suing Coffeezilla and his production company for defamation. Let me shut my ass up. Plaintiff Logan Paul, a globally recognized entertainer, athlete, and entrepreneur, brings this defamation action against defendant Steven Feinderson, aka Coffeezilla, a self-described investigative journalist and quote-unquote internet detective with no actual journalism training or private investigator's license, to hold him accountable for maliciously and repeatedly publishing false statements accusing Paul of operating a scam in connection with the troubled blockchain project called CryptoZoo. So once again, Logan is looking to not only discredit this man, but also run his pockets. Starting when he released a 3-part YouTube series on CryptoZoo in December 2022, and continuing into the present, Coffee has perpetuated a false narrative that Paul scammed and defrauded his own fans in connection with the project. Coffee has perpetuated this false narrative, despite knowing it to be completely and utterly false, in order to enhance his own profile and increase his viewership and income in the process. And indeed, he has done so despite being in possession of, and purposely omitting from his series and related statements, overwhelming objective evidence that Paul had, in reality, been enthusiastic about the project and deeply committed to its success, only to be deceived by several of the project's trusted advisors who turned out to be con men. To me...
Ooh. Dang, so he really saying he was faking the funk for y'all, but acting like he was so excited for this big invention that he got, when a lot of the people that was working on the creation with him were con men. You see what I'm saying? Now, before that, Logan Paul said he was a good guy. And you know what I started realizing about a lot of people at the top? They're really good at faking the funk. So you really can't believe a lot of the stuff that you see on the internet. A lot of the stuff that you see on the internet might be just to throw you off. Because if you would have listened to Logan Paul's apology, you would have thought them boys was all good. And then you turn around and you got another lawsuit on your back for defamation. It's just crazy, my boy. You gotta know where you stepping. Make sure you don't step on nobody's toes. Because when you get up there, you step on somebody's toes, they feel that. See what I'm saying? They got sandals on up top. They feel every inch that you step on their toe, and they gonna come after your ass, my boy. Proceed, though.
That all means that he's essentially now blaming Coffee for basically exposing the secret that this project seemed like a dead duck. And according to his video, people who were actually invested also agreed.
All he had to do was go on and tell us, look, there's something going on with this project, I'm abandoning it, or whatever, before people got more and more trapped. When it came to actually doing anything, he just hid away from it.
Basically, the lawsuit goes on to paint Logan as the victim of the people he chose to man this project, even kind of admitting that Logan knew little to nothing about the intricacies of the blockchain and what it takes to make a venture like this successful. Regrettably, despite rightfully exposing the wrongdoings of Ibanez and Greenbaum in his YouTube series, defendant Coffee understood that accusing a celebrity like Paul of perpetuating a scam would generate exponentially more clicks, views, and ultimately revenue, and would increase his own profile. Coffee therefore titled his series investigating Logan Paul's biggest scam, and he proceeded to confidently tell his viewers not only that the project was a scam, but that it was a scam conceived of and perpetuated by Paul. The three-part
that's where you messed up by saying it was
times.
him that really
Each of the videos
put it all
remain
together.
among Coffee's most popular of all time, and the viewers and the public at large were captivated by the narrative of an unserious social media influencer who has supposedly used his fame to dupe his fans into investing money into a fake crypto project while always intending to abscond with the money. It's just hard for me to feel absolutely any sympathy for this man Logan at all. I think he dug a hole and got mad when people saw what he was trying to stash in there.
Facts.
Like it's Coffee's fault that he apparently made some key mistakes in his own operation.
Alright, you not mad it happened. You mad you got caught, Logan. It's alright, boy. It's alright. We all get caught red-handed sometimes. Just for bigger stuff than nothing. See what I'm saying? It happens to the best of us. Every dog got his day, Logan. And today just wasn't your day, my boy. He caught you. Just raise your hand and say, yes, sir, that was me. And keep it pushing, my boy. That's all you had to do. Just be honest, my dog. Don't come out here and BS us and fake the funk with us. And then be BSing, bro. Come on now. All you had to do was apologize, say it was me. Damn near return all the money. Returning all the money, that'll probably be a lot too much. He'll probably lose money because he probably used some of the I don't really know all the details that go into that side. But all I had to do is say yes, the project didn't go how I wanted it to go. Try to do something, but just acting like nothing ever happened and just fake the funk, that you can't do that, my boy. People gonna look at you sideways.
The suit then goes on to explain Logan's buyback program, where he says he gave back over $1 million to investors. That was apparently completed in March of this year. Paul naively believed that his commitment to the buyback program would help him find common ground with Coffee in that regard. But Paul misjudged Coffee's motives. Even after Paul announced the buyback, Coffee simply could not help himself from dipping back into the well that had proven so effective in earning him viewers, attention, and revenue, both from his YouTube earnings, as well as an associated Patreon account that he used to solicit donations from subscribers. In the summer of 2023 and continuing into 2024, Coffee began publishing additional YouTube videos, which he also teased and hyped on Twitter, in which he again repeatedly claimed to the public the false allegation that CryptoZoo was a scam and a fraud conceived and perpetuated by Paul. So basically Logan is now suing Steven because he called him out for abandoning a project that he promoted relentlessly. To be honest, I don't really understand his motivation here, as to me the situation had really died down by now, and he had went on with essentially this $1 million slap on the wrist, while still maintaining his status as one of the most popular entertainers, WWE stars, and he's still the face of the $1 billion drink Prime. I feel like absolutely no one was bringing this up anymore ever since the year began. Like even with Coffee dropping more videos on the situation, people had long decided how they felt about this. Yes, he took quite the paddling from the internet at Coffee's hands, but in my opinion, he totally deserved it and got off pretty easy here. So to bring this issue back to light, especially over a rather minuscule amount of money to him, is just beyond petty as he continues to make himself look like a douche. To me, he should either just move on or respond directly if you feel like you're that much in the right to these new videos if he really wants to damage Steven's reputation. The court filing goes through each video step by step, and the largest evidence to support their defamation claim seems to be the title Coffeezilla used in his 3-part series. But they even admit right here that Coffee presented the conclusion that these other bad people on Logan's team were more to blame for his project's failure than Logan himself. Those messages make abundantly clear that Paul had nothing whatsoever to do with Greenbaum's illicit dealing and manipulation of the Zoo token, and to the contrary was outraged by it. Only then did Coffee reveal the full context of the text message he teased at the end of part 1, in which an unidentified individual accuses Paul of stealing $40 million in tokens and calling him a scam artist.
Logan, you stole 40 million in tokens from me. You are a scam artist. You are a liar, and you betrayed your own community. You aren't that guy. Logan replies, "Oh, trust me, bro. I am that guy."
The unidentified individual is revealed to be Greenbaum, who was the big scammer in the situation if you guys aren't following along. And the context of the exchange is Greenbaum's complaint about Paul's efforts to stop him from manipulating the market for tokens and enriching himself at the expense of other buyers. To me, it's almost like suing someone for the way they chose to pace their documentary, because they didn't jump right out and say, hey, he's the bad guy, not the guy you necessarily thought was behind it all. In other words, the full context of the exchange, which Coffee misleadingly presented to viewers as evidence of Paul's involvement in a scam, actually reveals the exact opposite to be true. Paul acknowledged that his investigation showed that unlike Greenbaum, neither Palm nor his manager, Jeff Levin, ever sold any of the Zoo tokens they acquired on Zoo Day, which even Coffee admitted was a huge surprise. Coffee acknowledged that this was perhaps the most important thing in terms of assigning guilt to those involved with CryptoZoo. So they kind of admit right there that Coffee pretty much said plain out that Logan was not the scammer, he wasn't guilty. Coffee also concluded that at the end of the day, the number one problem and the true boring reason for CryptoZoo's ultimate demise was Abania's failure to pay the game developers on time, despite Abania's also netting millions of dollars from illicitly selling of Zoo tokens. Coffee then asserted that Paul is nevertheless not innocent in all of this because he was the face of CryptoZoo and ultimately failed to deliver a viable game.
Hey, my boy, be careful who you do business with. Because now, even though you're not really into that side, you was the face of everything. And when you're the face, guess what they gonna look at? The face! You see what I'm saying? I feel like Coffeezilla knew what he was doing. He took advantage of an opportunity that y'all probably didn't even see coming. Because you're the face, the program not doing that good, even though you don't really got nothing to do with paying them, it's really the developer. It is what it is. You're going to take all the blame for it. Now, I feel like Logan Paul did the right thing, especially him not really being into it as much as Coffeezilla was probably accusing him of being. And maybe he wasn't even accusing him. Because apparently, they saying that he didn't really accuse him. He was just using his name as clickbait. Hey, my boy, you get it how you live it. Proceed, though.
The suit then goes on to say that Logan was upset because he thought they had buried the hatchet after they had made a phone call. But once Coffee continued to call him out for the slow pace of his buyback promise, Logan grew angry once again. They even cite Twitter and YouTube comments here, which is just hilarious to me. I mean, it says here plain as day that Logan is suing Steven over tweets, which is about the softest thing I've ever heard come from a public figure in my life. He, of course, is also suing him over the video series in its totality, as well as several subsequent videos Coffee released over the last year. He is seeking in excess of $75,000 in damages, and is demanding a trial by jury. So we'll see where this situation goes. Personally, I think it's such a stupid move for Logan, whether he wins his petty cash or not. And winning this is also not going to change anyone's mind who already decide how they feel about you. These celebrities and influencers think they can just magically keep shaking the public perception, and it's no longer working. Personally, I do want to shout out Coffeezilla and wish this man peace in what could become a ruthless fight against what I would think would be some very high-end lawyers. lawyers. Seriously though, guys, I do want to thank y'all for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. I'll keep you updated on the situation, so y'all make sure you look out for that. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other online drama out here needs to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!
Hey, y'all boys definitely go check out my dog. I actually reacted to a video of him before, Jamari. He make bangers. At the beginning of the video, I said I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a banger. If I'd have known this was Jamari, my dog Jamari. Oh yeah, I knew this was gonna be a banger. See what I'm saying? I don't even know why I said that. But yeah, bro. I think another reason why Logan Paul is really doing the stuff he is doing, because the money's $75,000, bro. Logan can probably blink an eye and have that tomorrow. I really think it's just about like he got tired of people playing with his name, because at some point you can't just let somebody keep dragging your name through the mud, especially when you ain't do nothing wrong. So I feel like he's trying to do that to try to push other people away from trying to do that, because $75,000 might not be a lot to them boys, but let somebody who don't got no money try to do that. $75,000, boy, you got me fucked up. But hey, that's just me, because I'm not paying. Now, they can't do the race. You're going to have to catch me, boy. I'm out. Out West 290. But that's going to conclude today's video. And I'm out. Hey.